Imagine waking up one day and realizing half of your strength is gone. Shockingly, by the time most people hit 80, they've lost up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to when they were younger. This hidden thief, called sarcopenia, now affects over 50 million seniors worldwide. It quietly strips away independence, leading to a staggering 300,000 hospitalizations each year, mostly from falls caused by weak muscles. But here's the real surprise. According to research published in the Journal of Physiology, this massive loss of strength isn't something we have to accept. While many 70-year-olds struggle just to climb stairs or rise from a chair without help, there's a rare and inspiring group known as super-agers. These incredible seniors maintain the muscle strength, function, and even the youthful appearance of people decades younger. Some can even outperform those half their age in strength tests, hiking mountains, playing sports, and living completely independent lives well into their 90s. So, what's their secret? Scientists at the world-renowned Mayo Clinic have uncovered specific habits that don't just slow down muscle loss, they can actually reverse it. Astonishingly, 93% of seniors have no idea about these powerful habits. And the most critical one? Researchers at Harvard Medical School found it could rebuild lost muscle even in your 70s and 80s, yet most doctors never mention it. In fact, some doctors still give outdated advice that could actually speed up muscle deterioration. Stay with us, because habit number 1 might shock you. It's something you might be doing wrong every single day, and fixing this simple mistake could mean the difference between living strong and independent or relying on others in your later years. But before we dive deep into these life-changing tips, drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more powerful tips that can transform your health journey. Now, let's dive into habit number 7, hormetic stressors. This one's going to surprise you because it flips everything we usually hear about healthy aging on its head. Habit 7 is about embracing certain kinds of stress, called hormetic stressors, that can actually strengthen your body. You're probably thinking, wait, stress? Isn't that bad for me? But hang on, because this could be a total game changer. Hormesis is a scientific term that means exposing your body to low levels of stress can trigger powerful protective and healing processes. In simple words, what doesn't kill you really can make you stronger, especially when it comes to your muscles. Studies from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging show that short, controlled exposures to specific stressors activate special defense mechanisms inside your cells. These not only help preserve muscle, but can actually make it grow, even in people well into their 80s. So, what are these magical stressors? The first one is temperature variation. Super-agers often expose themselves to cold and heat, and the results are stunning. For instance, just 30 to 60 seconds of a cold shower or a quick cold plunge can spark brown fat activation, increase mitochondrial growth, and release a hormone called adiponectin, all of which protect muscles from wasting away. On the flip side, heat exposure, like using a sauna or relaxing in a hot bath, stimulates the production of heat shock proteins. These special proteins help repair muscle damage and prevent muscle protein breakdown. In fact, a study from Finland revealed that people who used a sauna 4 to 7 times a week lost 40% less muscle over a decade compared to those who didn't. And that's just the beginning, because the second powerful hormetic stressor is intermittent. Another powerful hormetic stressor that super-agers use is fasting or time-restricted eating. By simply eating within an 8 to 10 hour window each day, they trigger a remarkable process inside the body called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's natural cleaning crew. It clears out damaged cells and broken parts, making room for stronger, healthier muscle tissue. Research from the Salk Institute showed that time-restricted eating could boost muscle mitochondrial function by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, and that's without even losing weight. The third type of hormetic stressor is even more hands-on: brief, intense muscle contractions. Super-agers often practice something called overcoming isometrics. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. They push or pull against immovable objects like a wall or a heavy rope. These exercises may be tough, but they activate deep muscle fibers that are usually neglected by regular workouts. This helps maintain and even strengthen muscle mass without putting harmful strain on the joints. And here's the key. These intense muscle contractions should last for just 5 to 10 seconds. That's it. Just a few seconds of powerful effort send a strong message to your muscles to hold on to their strength and size. The magic lies in the short, controlled bursts, followed by plenty of recovery time. Done right, these stressors activate longevity genes like LYN and FOXA, which play a critical role in preserving muscle as we age. If you're thinking about trying these methods, start small. You want mild, beneficial stress, not to overwhelm your system. It's about gently challenging your body so it comes back even stronger. Now, moving on to habit number 6, strategic protein timing. And trust me, this one could completely change how you think about eating for strength. Most seniors worry about how much protein they eat, but new research reveals that when you eat protein may be even more important. As we age, our bodies develop what's called anabolic resistance, meaning they become less efficient at using protein to build muscle. A major study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who spread their protein intake across all meals had much better muscle health than those who ate most of their protein in just one big meal, usually dinner. Here's why it matters. After eating, your muscles have a small window of about 3 to 4 hours where they're ready to use that protein to grow stronger. If you cram all your protein into one meal, you miss out on other chances to build muscle throughout the day. The ideal strategy? Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. Yes, even breakfast. Swap that plain toast or sugary cereal for eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Then continue the pattern at lunch and dinner with lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins like beans or lentils if you're vegetarian. Just this simple timing trick can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%, according to a 12-week study from the University of Texas. Incredibly, participants gained between 1.2 to 2 pounds of muscle without even changing their exercise routines. So remember, it's not just how much protein you eat. It's when you eat it that determines whether your muscles grow stronger or slowly waste away. Timing is everything when it comes to preserving strength as you age. Next up, habit number 5, vitamin D optimization. And this one might be the biggest hidden key to muscle strength that almost no one talks about. Did you know that over 80% of seniors are deficient in what researchers now call the muscle vitamin, vitamin D? This silent epidemic is sabotaging the strength of millions without them even realizing it. Most people only associate vitamin D with bone health, but researchers at Harvard found that it plays a direct role in activating genes responsible for muscle protein synthesis and growth. Your muscle cells actually have special receptors for vitamin D, and when these are activated, they fire up the pathways that help build and preserve muscle. Here's the jaw-dropping part. A groundbreaking study published in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength than those who were deficient. They also had much better balance, faster reaction times, and stronger coordination, all crucial for preventing falls and injuries. Super-agers, the ones thriving with youthful strength well into their 80s, almost always have vitamin D levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. In sad contrast, the average senior's level is below 20, which is dangerously deficient. So, how do you optimize your vitamin D levels? While sunlight is a natural source, it's not enough as we get older. By age 65, your skin produces 50% less vitamin D from sun exposure than it did at 20. This means most seniors need to supplement. And here's another mistake. The standard recommendation of 600 IU per day is way too low for most older adults. Recent research suggests seniors may need between 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to maintain optimal levels, although it should always be adjusted based on personal needs and blood test results. Along with supplementation, you can naturally boost your vitamin D levels by eating foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. If possible, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of direct midday sunlight on your skin, no sunscreen, to help your body make vitamin D naturally. But here's an important warning most people miss. Vitamin D works hand in hand with vitamin K2. Without enough vitamin K2, taking high doses of vitamin D can backfire. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to the right places, like your bones and muscles, instead of letting it pile up dangerously in your arteries. If you don't have enough K2, you could increase your risk of arterial calcification, even if your vitamin D is high. Vitamin K2 is found mainly in fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, and certain animal products like grass-fed cheese and butter. Sadly, most modern diets are sorely lacking in it. This essential relationship between D and K2 is often overlooked but could dramatically improve your strength, balance, and longevity as you age. Be sure to ask your doctor for a simple vitamin D blood test and aim to optimize your levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter for maximum muscle preservation and overall vitality. Now let's move into habit number 4, daily inflammation management, and why it's an absolute game changer for aging strong. What do all super-agers with exceptional muscle strength have in common? Remarkably low levels of inflammation. Scientists now know that chronic low-grade inflammation, nicknamed inflammaging, is one of the silent killers of muscle mass in seniors. This hidden fire inside the body speeds up the breakdown of muscle protein, while blocking the very signals your muscles need to grow after you eat or exercise. In fact, a landmark study from Tufts University found that seniors with the highest inflammation levels lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, no matter how much they exercised or how much protein they ate. So how do super-agers keep inflammation under control? First, they prioritize high-quality sleep. Getting 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep in a completely dark room is non-negotiable. Poor sleep can spike inflammation by up to 40% overnight, directly accelerating muscle breakdown. Second, they are serious about gut health. Research from the University of California revealed that changes in gut bacteria with age fuel systemic inflammation. To combat this, super-agers eat a diverse range of fiber sources, aiming for 30 or more different plant foods each week, including fruits, vegetables, legumes, and nuts. This nourishes a healthy gut microbiome that keeps inflammation in check. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut also play a key role. These foods naturally contain probiotics that strengthen gut health and reduce inflammatory processes inside the body. Third, they are smart about exercise intensity. While staying active is crucial, overdoing high-intensity workouts can actually worsen inflammation in seniors. Super-agers typically exercise at moderate intensity most days, mixing in short bursts of higher intensity once or twice a week for balance. Finally, super-agers consistently include anti-inflammatory compounds in their diet. They get 2 to 3 grams of omega-3s daily from fatty fish like salmon or supplements, along with powerful antioxidants like curcumin from turmeric, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that combining these compounds could reduce inflammation markers by up to 29% in just 12 weeks. If you want to track your own progress, ask your doctor for a simple blood test measuring high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP. Super-agers tend to keep their HSCRP levels below 1.0 milligrams per liter, while the average senior's levels are often 3 to 5 times higher. Managing inflammation isn't just about feeling better, it's critical to preserving muscle strength, energy, and independence as you age. Now, on to habit number 3, taking specific vitamins daily, a missing link that could be quietly limiting your strength without you realizing it. While most advice focuses on macronutrients like protein, carbs, and fats, super-agers know that micronutrients, specific vitamins and minerals, are just as crucial for muscle health. These micronutrients act like tiny keys, unlocking your body's ability to use the food and exercise you put in. Without them, you could eat all the protein in the world and still struggle to maintain muscle. The first superstar micronutrient? Magnesium. Researchers at the University of Vermont call magnesium the forgotten electrolyte of muscle health. Shockingly, over 70% of seniors are deficient in magnesium, even though it's involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, many of which are essential for muscle contraction, repair, and growth. In 2021, a major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with optimal magnesium levels had 30% greater grip strength and dramatically better overall muscle function compared to those who were deficient. Did you know that just a few simple habits could help you stay strong, vibrant, and independent well into your 80s and beyond? It all starts with getting serious about your vitamin D levels. Based on blood tests and the right supplements, you can boost your vitamin D intake by eating foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. And if possible, make it a daily habit to get 15 to 20 minutes of direct midday sunlight. But here's a crucial warning. Vitamin D needs a partner, vitamin K2. They work together like a team. Vitamin K2 helps direct vitamin D and calcium to the right places, ensuring strong muscles and bones while keeping your arteries clear. Without enough K2, which you can find in fermented foods and certain animal products, high doses of vitamin D could actually cause calcium to build up where you don't want it, like in your arteries. This relationship between vitamins D and K2 is often overlooked, but getting it right can make a world of difference in how well your muscles stay strong as you age. Be sure to ask your doctor for a vitamin D blood test and aim for levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter for optimal muscle preservation. Habit number 4, daily inflammation management. What do super-agers with exceptional muscle strength have in common? Remarkably low levels of inflammation. Scientists now understand that chronic, low-grade inflammation, something they call inflammaging, is a major driver of muscle loss in seniors. This silent process speeds up muscle breakdown while blocking the body's ability to rebuild muscle even after exercise or eating protein. One landmark study from Tufts University found that seniors with the highest inflammation lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, no matter how much they exercised or how much protein they ate. So how do super-agers keep inflammation low? They follow a few key strategies most people ignore. First, they prioritize sleep, 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep in a dark room. Missing sleep can spike inflammatory markers by up to 40%, accelerating muscle breakdown. Second, they focus on gut health. Recent research from the University of California found that aging-related shifts in gut bacteria fuel systemic inflammation. Super-agers eat a wide variety of fiber-rich foods, up to 30 different plant foods a week, including fruits, vegetables, legumes, and fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut. These foods keep the gut microbiome healthy, which helps keep inflammation in check. Third, they're smart about exercise intensity. Super-agers stay active most days at a moderate pace, adding short bursts of high-intensity exercise just once or twice a week. Overdoing intense workouts can actually worsen inflammation in older adults. Finally, they include specific anti-inflammatory compounds daily, like 2 to 3 grams of omega-3s from fatty fish or supplements, curcumin from turmeric, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. One study even found that these compounds slashed inflammatory markers by nearly 30% in just 12 weeks. Want to really know where you stand? Ask your doctor for a high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP test. Super-agers typically maintain HSCRP levels below 1.0 milligrams per liter, while most seniors fall 3 to 5 times higher. Keeping inflammation low is one of the smartest moves you can make to preserve muscle and overall health. Habit number 3, taking specific vitamins daily. While everyone talks about protein, carbs, and fats, super-agers know that micronutrients, especially certain vitamins and minerals, are the real secret to lasting muscle strength. Without them, your body can't fully use the protein or repair muscles effectively. First on the list, magnesium. This powerhouse mineral helps your muscles contract and relax properly, but 70% of seniors are deficient. Magnesium-rich foods include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Super-agers often supplement with highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate. Even a mild magnesium deficiency can dramatically weaken your muscles, so keeping your levels up is critical. Next is creatine. Yes, the same supplement bodybuilders use, but it's incredibly effective for seniors too. Research from McMaster University showed that creatine supplementation significantly boosted muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive function in older adults. A small daily dose of 3 to 5 grams can make a huge difference. Don't forget about methylated B12. As we age, our bodies absorb less B12, and common medications like metformin make it worse. Low B12 can drain your muscle energy and damage nerve function. That's why super-agers choose methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, rather than the cheap synthetic version. Trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium also play vital roles. These minerals enhance protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, which means better nutrient delivery to your muscles. Seniors with optimal levels of these minerals retained up to 22% more muscle over 5 years, according to a Tufts University study. Super-agers don't just pop a random multivitamin, they get tested to find out exactly what they need and supplement accordingly. Precision, not guesswork, keeps them strong. Habit number 2, preserving your neuromuscular junctions. Here's something hardly anyone talks about. It's not just your muscles that shrink with age, it's the connection between your brain and muscles that often weakens first. These vital connections, called neuromuscular junctions, are like electrical outlets for your muscles. When they deteriorate, your muscles can't respond properly, no matter how much you exercise or eat right. Groundbreaking research from the University of Michigan showed that super-agers have incredibly well-preserved neuromuscular junctions compared to typical seniors. And the good news? There are proven ways to protect and even rebuild these connections. First, engage in coordination-heavy activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or even ping pong. These activities demand precision and force your brain and muscles to work together, strengthening the neuromuscular junctions. A 2020 study found seniors who practiced coordination-based activities twice a week preserved their neuromuscular health 31% better than those who didn't. Second, certain supplements help too. Alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine protect nerve muscle connections from oxidative stress. Meanwhile, benfotiamine, a special form of vitamin B1, and huperzine A, an extract from Chinese club moss, boost levels of acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter muscles need to activate and stay strong. Super-agers even practice specific breathing techniques to activate the vagus nerve, improving brain-to-body communication and protecting neuromuscular function. Habit number 1, progressive resistance training. Finally, the single most powerful habit, challenging your muscles regularly with progressive resistance training. Super-agers know it's not about spending hours at the gym, it's about intensity and smart progression. They lift weights or use resistance bands to steadily increase the challenge over time, giving muscles a reason to grow and stay strong. They don't overtrain, allowing proper recovery between sessions because that's when muscle repair and growth happen. Studies show that progressive resistance training not only preserves muscle, but also boosts bone density, balance, and even cognitive function. And remember, starting small is perfectly fine. The key is to keep challenging yourself safely and consistently. It's never too late to get stronger. Super-agers prove every day that your muscles and your brain can stay young if you give them the right kind of challenge. Aging is inevitable, but weakness is not. By adopting just a few of these powerful habits, you can rewrite the story of aging and live with strength, energy, and independence for decades to come. Now it's your turn. Which habit stood out the most to you? Maybe you've already been practicing some of them, or maybe one of these ideas opened your eyes to something new. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with super-agers who defy the usual rules of aging. Share them with us in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring health and wellness content. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's never too late to take charge of your health and strength. Magnesium plays a crucial role in helping your muscles contract and relax properly, so it's absolutely vital to make sure you're getting enough, whether through your diet or supplements. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Super-agers, those rare individuals who maintain incredible strength and vitality well into their later years, prioritize magnesium every single day. They load up on foods like spinach, almonds, pumpkin seeds, and even dark chocolate. Many also supplement with highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate to ensure their bodies actually absorb it effectively. Why? Because studies show even mild magnesium deficiencies can seriously weaken muscle strength and performance. It's one of those silent saboteurs of aging that you can fix just by being consistent. Next up is creatine. And no, it's not just for young bodybuilders. Research from McMaster University has shown that when seniors supplement with creatine, they significantly increase their muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive function, far beyond what strength training alone can achieve. A daily dose of just 3 to 5 grams boosts energy production and water retention in muscle cells, creating the perfect environment for muscle growth. It's like giving your muscles a second youth. Another critical nutrient that often gets overlooked is methylated B12. As we get older, our ability to absorb B12 drops sharply, thanks to lower stomach acid production. Worse, common medications like metformin and proton pump inhibitors can further drain this vital vitamin. A deficiency in B12 doesn't just leave you tired, it can severely impact muscle energy and nerve function. That's why super-agers don't mess around. They supplement with methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, rather than the cheaper, less effective cyanocobalamin found in most multivitamins. And we can't forget trace minerals like zinc, selenium, and chromium. These tiny but mighty minerals directly support protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, two absolutely crucial factors for delivering nutrients to muscle tissue. A comprehensive study from Tufts University found that seniors with optimal trace mineral levels maintained up to 22% more muscle mass over 5 years compared to those who had deficiencies. That's why super-agers don't rely on one-size-fits-all multivitamins. They often get their nutrient levels tested and supplement specifically based on what their bodies truly need. Smart, right? Habit number 2, preserving your neuromuscular junctions. This is something hardly anyone talks about, but it's game-changing. Your neuromuscular junctions are the tiny but powerful connections between your nerves and muscles that allow your body to move. As we age, these connections start to deteriorate even before the muscles themselves weaken. When they break down, often starting after age 60, your brain struggles to talk to your muscles. It doesn't matter how much protein you eat or how much you exercise if the signal from your brain can't reach your muscles. Groundbreaking research from the University of Michigan found that super-agers with exceptional strength had remarkably well-preserved neuromuscular junctions compared to typical seniors. And the best part? Scientists have discovered ways you can protect and even rebuild these critical connections. The first practice is engaging in activities that demand precision and coordination. We're talking Tai Chi, dance, tennis, even ping pong. Unlike simple walking or basic strength training, these activities challenge your nervous system to recruit muscle fibers in very specific patterns, strengthening the neuromuscular connections. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Physiology found that seniors who did coordination-based activities twice a week had 31% better preserved neuromuscular junctions than those who only did traditional workouts. The second practice involves taking compounds that specifically protect the nerve-muscle connection. Alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine are powerful allies against oxidative damage to these junctions. Even more promising are certain forms of vitamin B1, like benfotiamine, and compounds like huperzine A, extracted from Chinese club moss, which boost acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that activates your muscles. And there's more. Super-agers also use specific breathing practices that stimulate the vagus nerve, strengthening the brain-body connection even further. It's these little-known habits that allow them to keep their muscles functional and strong long after others slow down. Now let's talk about intensity. Habit number 3. Here's the secret. Maximum effort, just a few times a week, is far more powerful than long, low-intensity workouts. Super-agers understand that their muscles need progressive resistance to stay strong. As we age, muscles lose their ability to grow unless they're consistently challenged beyond their comfort zones. But intensity doesn't mean lifting the heaviest weight possible. It's about gradually increasing the challenge, whether that's heavier dumbbells, more repetitions, or adding resistance bands or machines. It's all done in a safe, controlled way to avoid injury. Just enough to signal the muscles, hey, you need to stay strong. Recovery is equally important. Super-agers don't overtrain. They give their muscles time, usually a full day or two, to rebuild stronger after each workout. That's when real growth happens, during the repair phase. Studies consistently show that progressive resistance training not only preserves muscle mass but also boosts bone density, improves balance, and enhances overall physical function. And here's something incredible. Strength training has also been shown to boost brain health by releasing growth factors that promote neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. Staying strong physically literally keeps your mind sharper too. If you're serious about aging with strength and independence, progressive resistance training is your most powerful tool. It's not about the number of candles on your birthday cake. It's about how you consistently challenge and care for your body. The truth is, many seniors shy away from resistance training out of fear. But the longer you delay, the harder it becomes to maintain your independence. Starting small, lifting manageable weights, and gradually building up makes all the difference. Super-agers get it. Resistance training isn't just about looking strong, it's about moving through life freely and confidently. That wraps up our deep dive into the key habits that help seniors maintain exceptional strength well into their 80s and beyond. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean losing muscle or independence. By adopting just a few of these powerful habits, you can transform your health, your energy, and your future. Now it's your turn. Which of these habits stood out to you? Maybe you're already doing some of them, or maybe one of them was a total eye-opener. We'd love to hear your stories, your experiences, and any inspiring examples of older adults who are defying the typical expectations of aging. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more empowering health tips just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's never too late to take charge of your health and live your strongest life.